Jules, you know how to train a dog, right?
No,
Oh, you don't?
I don't have a dog. I mean, I know the basics
Oh.
from what I've seen like on TV. Or
Okay.
something, but
Well, do you know how to train your dragon?
I don't have a dragon.
Damn, Jules, come on. We're doing how to train your dragon here. I'm trying to get her to get on the board here, and she just knocking me. She just knocking me right down. We're doing how to train your dragon.
She know I don't have a dog. I don't even know why she's trying to act like that. She know I don't have a dog.
But you know how to train one.
Okay.
Okay, let's do how to train your dragon, because this was a good one.
I know how to train a man. Is that like
Yeah.
something?
Pretty much, yes. It really is. We'll talk about that another time, though.
So this stars Mason Thames,
Mm-hmm.
Nico Parker. You might recognize her. Her mom is Thandaway Newton.
You mean Tandy Newton?
Yeah, but she goes by her real full name now.
Really? You are the first person to tell me that.
Mm-hmm. That's like a shortened version of her name.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Okay.
Gerard Butler
Mm-hmm.
and Nick Frost.
Yes, and this is PG, 2 hours and 5 minutes. That's kind of long for an animated. Well, what is this considered?
Live action version of an animated film.
It's like bounce, bounce. So tell us what How to Train Your Dragon is about.
For those of you that have not seen all the previous How to Train Your Dragon movies and cartoon series.
Yes.
As an ancient threat endangers both Vikings and dragons alike on the Isle of Berk, the friendship between Hiccup, an inventive Viking, and Toothless, a night fury dragon, becomes the key to both species forging a new future together.
So this is my first time seeing How to Train Your Dragon.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm totally serious, and I was
But
gonna watch.
She doesn't usually watch animated things.
Yes,
so
but
that's
I've
why.
gotten better. But I've gotten much better.
You have.
So I went and I watched one from before this, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cute." So then, when I started watching this, the first thing I noticed, I'm like, "Why are these dragons so fat and dumpy? They look like they're having a hard time flying. They're like it hurts or something. Ew, where are these dragons coming from? They're not cute." But then, as we went on, there were other dragons, but that's the
cute,
first thing
they're
I thought about.
dragons.
But dragons can be cute.
This is real. This is real life.
They cute. It's,
Okay.
I get it. It's real hardcore,
This is
but
real life.
sometimes they can be cute. You know, sometimes they're
They're
cute because they're
dragons,
ugly.
girl. They're blowing fire.
But the fat ones, though.
They're blowing fire.
The fat ones, though.
They don't have to be cute. They're
This-
deadly.
This was so fun. Of all the animated features that we've watched lately, this one I had the most fun with. Yes, it was my first time. She wants to do me in for that. But I'm doing better with it. And it was really good. It was really, really good. And the story was easy to follow. The kids shouldn't have any problem with it. Very vibrant and pretty to watch as well. So I had fun with this one. What about you, Miss Jules?
I had fun with it too, and it stayed. It was like exactly like the animated
The-
version. So yeah,
And Gerard Butler was in the animated version as well. So they just carried these people over.
I like when they
Into this
show when I've seen like behind the scenes stuff, and they show the scene where he's first trying to touch Toothless, and they compare the animated and the real live, you know, the live action, and it's just the same where he's.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's interesting watching how they do things behind the scenes.
I love that.
Hollywood does some amazing stuff. I
Amazing.
mean, freaking amazing
They
stuff.
make it really look like these dragons are real.
Yeah, they were. They were fun to watch, and we have some great fun facts for this movie.
You did like whole stories on this one, girl. Okay, here we go.
Ready? Let's go.
Mason Thames traveled to London for his audition and participated in a chemistry read. About 2 weeks later, while he was at home, he hadn't heard anything and assumed he wouldn't get the role of Hiccup. Then he received an email asking him to hop on a call with Dean DeBlois
DeBlois.
to discuss notes on his audition. Initially, Thames thought the call would be a lead to a rejection, but instead, DeBlois asked, "Actually, we only have one question. Would you like to play Hiccup in our movie?" Thames revealed that he jumped out of his chair and accidentally broke his light in excitement. He noted that it was a very special moment filled with pride as his family shared in his joy.
That's sweet. When you're not sure, you think you didn't get cast in something, then you get the call saying you are. I could understand how he feels jumping up and breaking a light by accident.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could,
relate to that. Now, Gerard Butler had a really sweet story regarding this movie, How to Train Your Dragon. So Gerard Butler's mother, Margaret, had fell ill during production in Belfast. So he would go back to Scotland most weekends to be with her. And she finally passed away in February of 2025 at age 81. Now, Butler, who grew up without a father, shared how touched he was that the director, Dean DeBlois, paid tribute to her at the end of the live-action remake of the animated franchise. He said, I was so excited for her to see it, but I had a feeling she wouldn't. So Dean very kindly dedicated the movie to her. So DeBlois shared that he bought the idea to Universal Pictures so he could surprise Butler with the dedication. And he said, I knew that the loss of his mother was a deeply felt wound and that he was having a tough time recovering from it, DeBlois said. So to honor her with the dedication and the credits just seemed like the right thing to do in that moment. Now, Butler, who had already voiced Stoic in the franchise's animated films, shared how his mother knew. He said, since I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor. So if Stoic had a mom, that would have been my mom. She was an amazing woman, but she was strong, she was fiery, and she was graceful, and she was beautiful. When I saw the movie, I noticed that I had put more of my mother than myself into that role. Is that not just heartfelt and sweet?
It is.
And for him to, after she passed away and, he was going back and forth to see it, I'm sure that movie is really connected now when he sees that movie or hears about it, that it really makes him think of his mom. That was really sweet.
And I'm sure that since she knew that that's what he always wanted to do, that she was fine with him.
Like, she's very proud of him, I'm sure. Yeah. That is very sweet. Now, the tomato meter gave this 77%. But popcorn meter gave it 98%. That's, to me, 98% is a perfect score, to me, in my eyes. 97, 98, 99, that's a perfect score. So it's such a drastic difference from the tomato meter.
These critics, man.
Yeah, their stuff is all over the place today.
They're too stiff, some of them.
I'm going to, sometimes I think that's the case.
Just watch a movie for fun, gosh darn it. So how many clappers would you give it?
I'm going with the 4 clappers for this one. Like I said, I've never seen it before, so this is all brand new to me. So I'm giving it a 4 clappers. What about you, Jules?
I'm also going to give it 4 clappers. And I would say that you wouldn't go wrong spending full price for this one.
No, you would not. See it now. Do not wait for it to come on streaming. It's probably going to be a long while before it happens because it's doing pretty good at the box office.
Really good.
Yeah. And it's great. Your kids are going to love this. Do not have to worry about them losing their attention span or anything. They're going to enjoy this. And so will you. So will the adults, like me. Okay, well, there you have our review of How to Train Your Dragon. Don't forget that Jules and I, first and foremost, we are on Cash App. If you'd like to make any type of donation, we appreciate it. We pay for all of our own software, hardware, all of our movies, all that good stuff. We pay for that. So anything you would like to donate, we're good with it. And don't forget that we are also on Facebook. We are on YouTube. And we are on Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, chat with us. Is there a movie you want us to review? Just tell us what it is. Hit our inbox, or you can hit us on our page. We'll go ahead and review the movie, shout you out on the show, all right? Well, thank you very much for tuning in to our review, and we'll see you back soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.